We're often told to make sure we get enough exercise. Common guidelines recommend we rack up at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week to see the benefits. But new research out of the US suggests we can still see advantages from less of a workout. Dr Joe Kostorich is here to run us through the study. Hi, Dr Joe.
Good afternoon, Tracy.
Is this good news for frail or less able-bodied people?
Look, absolutely it is. It's probably good news for everybody in some respects. And you rightly said, the recommendations around the world is that you need to do 150 minutes per week, and this leads to, find 30, which is good advice. Equally, it sometimes creates a problem if people sort of think, well, I can only find 28 and then I won't bother at all. So what this study did, it looked particularly at people between the ages of about 50 and 80, followed over 1,500 people for a number of years who had arthritis. So they already had some arthritis. I think over half of them also were overweight, and measured two things. One is mobility, so your ability to walk at a sort of reasonable walking pace without assistance, and disability, the ability to get through your daily life. And found that people who did exercise did better on both parameters. But once you reached 56 minutes, there was no additional benefit. So for people doing 56 minutes moderate exercise, they got the same benefit as people doing more. This is not an issue of fitness, though. If you're wanting to train to run, then 56 minutes probably won't work.
Okay, what kind of exercises are we talking about here?
Yeah, look, they're talking about moderate exercise. So whether it is walking, whether it is bike riding, whether it is sitting on a rower in a gym, whether it's swimming, it really doesn't matter. They're talking about cardiovascular exercise. Now, generally, if people do have knee arthritis, they may well want to do exercises that are a little bit gentler on the knees. So water-based exercises are good. Bike riding can be good, including in the gym. But walking is quite okay. And one of the good things with this work showed that if people had some moderate knee arthritis, if they continued to walk, then they could obviously continue to walk and do so for longer.
All right, for some of the lazier people in our office, Dr Joe, what's the least we can get away with before you're really not getting anything out of it?
Yeah, and that's a fascinating question. And Dr Mike Mosley is a British doctor who presents on the BBC, had done some work that shows that if you do really intense exercise for as little as 3 minutes, it can be quite a good workout. It depends what you're trying to achieve. For metabolic benefit, you probably don't need a massive amount of exercise. If you're wanting to run a marathon, then seriously, you do have to get out and run a lot more than 15 minutes a day. So depending upon what you're trying to achieve. For general health and well-being, any amount of exercise is better than none. So I think it's important for people to not think if I do 30 minutes it matters, if I don't do 30 minutes it doesn't matter. Anything you do is useful. If you can only manage 10 minutes, do that. So any exercise you do is worthwhile.
Indeed it is. I'll get walking. All right, Dr Joe, thanks very much for your time. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.